It is a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Hello, neighbors. I used to love that guy, you know, Mr. Rogers. If I had pants on, I'd show you how I tie my shoes and try to, you know, replicate the whole thing. But it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood here in New York, but not so much around the country. There's so much division in our country right now. I keep constantly banging the drum about this whacked out left-wing media and how 6 media companies basically control all the content that we see. And somewhere in there, all 6 of these media companies have some major executives that have flown on Jeffrey Epstein's plane or gone to Epstein Island, okay? And, you know, his plane was called the Lolita Express. And, you know, it turns out that Lolita was, you know, a character in a 50s movie that was an underage girl, and an older man took a liking to her, and they had this really weird, strange relationship. And it kind of means an older sexual pervert who likes underage girls is what Lolita means. And his plane was called the Lolita Express. So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know. But as things get crazier and crazier, like the Democratic National Party wants us to forget that just a few months ago, Kamala Harris was calling Joe Biden a racist. They want us to forget that. That didn't happen. That did not happen. She did not call him a racist. She didn't suggest that he stood with segregationists. She didn't say he was for busing, forced busing. She didn't say any of that. Don't think that anymore. She's not like that anymore. This is the new Kamala now, okay? And the left-wing media and the pundits and everyone else just wants to look us right in the eye, straight in the eye, and say, this is the new thing. This is what we're saying now. Just go with this. Don't go backwards. This is where we're at now. So, this guy Sean King, who's one of the loudmouth leaders of the BLM movement, okay? This is the same guy who said we're going to burn down your cities. He said that now that they're done, now forget about the historical figures who are statues. We have to go after Jesus. That's what this guy said. We have to go after Jesus. The white man's European version of Jesus must be torn down. Okay, so here's a guy who's talking about like really radical stuff, okay? And he's pretty outspoken. He's known on social media. You know, I think he acts like a jackass sometimes, but everybody has the right to their own point of view, okay? I want you to take a look at this. Is a great side-by-side just to make you understand, just to make you think about it a little bit more. So here we go. It's titled, If Democrats Didn't Have Double Standards, They Wouldn't Have Any Standards at All. Now, go back in the Wayback Machine to 2018. And Sean King, one of the leaders of the BLM movement, said, I'll be frank and tell you 2 Democrats that I am 99% sure I won't be supporting, primarily because of their dismal history on criminal justice reform over the course of their entire careers, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They both helped build and advance mass incarceration. So here's Sean King in 2018 saying, no way I'll ever vote for either of these 2 at all. And they both helped build and advance mass incarceration. That's what he said in 2018. Fast forward to 2 days ago when Kamala Harris is announced as the vice president. We are to forget that this guy said that they're the worst 2 people in history for mass incarceration. And now in 2020, here's what he says. That's it for me. Incredibly proud to see a brilliant black woman, an HBCU grad, chosen as vice presidential nominee. I've done political work my whole life. It's rarely things dreams are made of. Kamala Harris is the most progressive VP nominee in American history. So, okay. In 2018, okay, one of the leaders of this whole leftist socialist movement, Sean King, said that there is no possible way I'm voting for Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, and both of them. He said he put them together. Like, he knew. He had foresight. He was like, please don't make Biden and Kamala the running team because the 99% cannot vote for them. And I guess that little 1% sliver actually came into play. Did it? Was it the 1%er? Is he a 1%er now? Sean King's a 1%er. Wow. This is amazing. No, it's not amazing, okay? It's the whole narrative. And if you don't see all these little things popping together, you need your eyes checked, okay? Because the left is now creating a whole new narrative. They don't want you to remember last week, last month, last year, 2 years ago. They don't want you to remember that Kamala Harris threw over 1,500 people in jail for smoking weed. Smoking a little reefer. It's legal now in most states. Okay, so number one, those people should be out of jail already. Okay, you were doing something that was illegal then. It's not illegal now. You're free. Okay? She threw 1,500 people in jail in Cali for a little smoking of weed. Okay? I'm not saying that's the best thing around, but you don't throw people in jail for a doobie. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but, you know, it gave her some political panache to come in and be tough on crime, okay? And she was enforcing new kinds of penalties and sentences from Joe Biden's 94 crime bill. Okay, and then when she was on, you know, running for president, and she had dismal numbers when she was running for president, she was all giggling and laughing all the time. Okay, she was on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God. They started asking her about smoking weed, if she ever did, and she started, of course I did. Okay, like it's a big joke, but guess what? She didn't get thrown in jail. None of her friends got thrown in jail, but innocent, not innocent, but people for minor nonviolent crimes were thrown in jail for a long time, thanks to Kamala Harris. Now, while all this is going on, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton and that whole crew, they're making all these decisions. Trust me when I tell you on that. Trust your buddy JT on this one. They're making all the decisions, okay? And one of the things that I've been talking about on this show, if you remember a couple of weeks ago or last week, Donald Trump was talking about how he took this cognitive test that's like 30 questions, some memorization, some sight, some you know, different things, right? And the left was mocking Trump and saying a first grader could take it. They asked Joe Biden on CBS, would you take the cognitive test? He flipped out on the guy, the black guy who was asking the questions. He said, you know what? Did you get drug tested? Did they test you for cocaine when you came in? Are you a junkie? This is what he said to the guy interviewing him because he was trying to deflect from, can you take a cognitive test? Well, lo and behold, many people have been calling for it. Many people have been asking for it. And I got some an exclusive photo here submitted by one of our viewers, Amal, that she got her hands on this somehow. And they are apparently preparing Joe for the cognitive test by doing some other things with him. And they gave him apparently a crossword puzzle, and this is what Joe wind up doing with the crossword puzzle. He thought it was a maze. So just to give you an idea where this guy's mindset is, he's great at mazes. I don't know about crosswords, but it's not really a photo of Joe doing a crossword. It's a little joke. It's a little political satire, and I want to thank all of you for sending me these funny things, and I try to get them in the show whenever I can. Stay right there. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Michael Johns, co-founder of the Tea Party movement, right after this.